Dog, look at this dog. Nah, this looking nice, dog. It's looking real nice. Alright. Dog, I like how this camera. What? We got a level up. Dog, that's crazy. Dog, why looking so dog, nobody gonna recognize. Dog, if I went back to my school back in Trinidad, not a soul would recognize me. Cause like I looking good, I looking fabulous, handsome, sexy. Dog, I looking real good. Just yeah, I had the teeth, but can't really fix that right now. Anyways, you know, I kind of just started this video without even thinking what I was gonna say. Alright, let's just start a random topic. Okay, first thing came to mind is communication. Let's talk about how you can improve your communication skills. You recognize that book? How to point in reverse, right? You recognize that book? That's a really good book, right? Most of the advice I give, they're from what I learned and also what I just learned from experience and from books and stuff. This one is how to win friends and influence people. So much basic common sense shit you would not believe. That is all you need to make so much friends and connections and just influence people, and you would not. It's just so simple and so easy to think of that it's kind of like no one would kind of like come up with the idea. So yeah, though I really like how I look at it, especially with this hairstyle. So apparently when I get the haircut, he said the name of the haircut is like a mullet, some kind of mullet. I'm like, a mullet? What? I am a mullet? This is a mullet? I mean, he says it's a mullet. I mean, it looks fucking gorgeous, right? On me, who's already gorgeous. But yeah, what are some tips I could give other than what I already spoke about in my communication videos? Well, what I learned was tone of speech. I really hope I already talked about tone of speech. Otherwise, I mean, I did not, because then it kind of like repeated myself. Though it's gonna be like refined information, so it's not gonna be like word for word, example for example. The way that I'm gonna talk about it, describe it, is gonna be obviously gonna be different. And you could also tell the way that I'm talking, I'm not really stuttering much. I mean, yeah, I stutter here and there, but it's not as bad. So I'm going to teach you to get to that level and even better, because again, remember, you don't want to understand from my perspective, right? I'm 18. I'm kind of like just starting at life. I don't worry about all this adult shit now, jobs and all that, but fuck, that job market is fucked. Cooked. That's how they say it. Cooked. Right? But my way of helping, the way of how I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna help people, right? Like, I'm gonna make it where it's worth spending the money on me, you know? Like, I have information and advice and knowledge that could help you in your personal life, right? Whether it is porn addiction, whether it is losing weight. Now you can tell from my videos, I'm getting smaller, right? So, space. I mean, this is that kind of tight shirt, but I used to be big, massive as fuck, dog. We're talking like almost 300 pounds at 16. Wild, right? So I'm gonna teach you how to do. I want to do like help people quit or help stop porn addiction, because me personally, I used to watch porn all day long. I remember like there were times where I had to bust a nut before going to school, and then I had to bust a nut before going to sleep, and that was his cycle, right? And it's like, if I didn't get that first bust in the morning, I go to school and all that, and most of the time I think about just busting, ridiculous, and then yeah, you go home at night and all that. And it's something really crazy where like you do the shit after it happened. Yeah, you feel good, climax for a few 3 seconds, but you feel like shit after, dog. Like, it's not worth it. And I don't think it's worth it. I just shave my beard, though. But it's not worth it one bit. So, quitting porn addiction, lose weight. What else I could give? Advice on communication, because obviously, you know, your boys become a ladies' man. How to treat women. Believe it or not, I used to be an absolute nervous wreck when it comes to women. I used to tell myself, oh, I can't talk to women. Not talking to women is a skill. Yeah?
I need something.
You need something? Alright, hold on.
I need to find my oh sorry.
Nah, no, just don't worry.
Oh gosh, I don't have it. I was looking for my pencil case.
The pink one?
Yeah.
I don't have a pink pencil case in my room. It's probably what? What, the camera? What?
When did you get that?
Oh, this wasn't home.
Oh, wasn't that mommy or something?
Yeah, it was, but she doesn't really use it, so I using it.
Oh.
Investment. And that was my sister. You know. Anyways, as I was saying, I never used to talk around girls. I always used to say, like, I can't talk to girls. Not talking to girls is a skill. It's a massive. It's like one of those, like, you know, like quirky kind of, like, cutesy, where like girls who can't talk and they're shy and they can't take it. It's kind of seen as cutesy. That's kind of like how I was seeing it, but fucking hell, that thing was awkward and embarrassing, and like the amount of shame I felt from that, it's kind of like good but also bad. Because good as in I learned to change, and bad as well, obviously I know this is not right. But yeah, I used to always go with saying, yeah, not talking to girls is a skill, and I used to go and tell girls that, right? And again, me thinking it's kind of cutesy and shit, but it's not, right? It just makes you look insecure as fuck. Now I was insecure, right? I was fat. I was obviously broke, and I was 16. I didn't have any money, right? I was fat, watching porn all day. Let's see. The education, I was pretty good in it, right? But not bad. Bro, this was coming to be a communication video, but I'm so sidetracking. You know what? Fuck it. That's my style. That's just how we rock, right? But I'm giving you advice, right? Just chatting shit. Just being real with you on the camera. Me just being myself. And a story. Like, there's nothing special, really. So, yeah. So, communication, porn, talking to girls, how you treat girls, right? Like little things. Now, again, you would not believe. Girls, I've talked to a lot of girls. I flirted with a lot of girls, right? Cute, whatever. There was this one girl on this plane. There was this. No, there's so much stories I have to tell you. Because again, I am putting in the advice and I'm putting in the work to make sure that I change and I can help other people change. I see all these big, what do you call it, gurus or some shit. I want to be a guru. I want to actually help people, but I don't know how. I mean, I could probably just start with like giving advice, but the thing is, I really don't want to be like these people where, yeah, I get an audience and I charge them shit ton of money and they get jack shit results, and like you gotta be a little. I feel like you be a little reasonable when you're dealing with clients too, you know. Like there was this doctor I used to go by in Trinidad, right? I don't remember his name, but every time we used to go there. Even for like the smallest thing, right? He wasn't reasonable, right? Let's say I went there just to see, because I had a small clot, there was a time I had a lash, right, or a big cut from. I was helping my uncle with welding or something, and a piece of steel slice. No, it wasn't deep. It was not deep. It was just like a normal slice on his skin. It wasn't deep. But my dad was worried, so he just carried me to the doctor. And from there, the doctor charged us $400 just for a visit. $400. Now again, all he did was he just sprayed like some disinfect spray, whatever. Put a band-aid or a plaster. So I think it was a band-aid, and that's it. $400. I feel like it seems like you gotta be reasonable when you're selling and like helping people. Like if someone just called me and say, "Hey, could you help me with this?" And if I see like it's something small, it's not really that. The effort that I would have to use to put into that is not big. Like I'll be reasonable and I'm not even gonna charge you. I just do it for free because like I just want to help you. Again, I wanna make. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna make a business where it's like I am helping you. I am very reasonable in what I do. right? Time and all will tell to her. Dog, this video is just going on a random rant. But anyways, back to the communication. Oh my, you know what? I don't even know if I could do the communication anymore. This video went sidetracked so much. Yeah, nah, I don't have some faith that this video will still do good. Right? So the communication, back to the communication points. Kind of forgot what I was talking about before, but I know how the topic was gonna be about communication. Because that's just what I randomly come up with during the video. So, tone, right? So a couple of things that comes to mind is smile. You would not believe, but people feel safe around other people who smile. Because it's kind of like when you smile, when I smile, like if I just don't make fake smiles, right? There's some bullshit. I don't make any fake smiles. Because like, just, like, how you can make a fake smile? Like, I don't know, people could just tell when you're making a fake smile. It does not look good. It's not good, right? They could tell you're faking it and it's not good. When you smile genuinely, like what I'm doing, call me Smiley back in the days, people just feel safer and they feel like this is someone I could talk to, I could trust, I could not worry about being judged, right? Another helpful tip, so again, just smile more. Just smile more. You could be like 30, 40, and if you can't smile, if you have difficulty smiling, what I would do is something like from this book, I learned this from the book, which is action follows, feelings, right? So if you just pretend to be happy, if you think happy thoughts and you think good things, you do little things that put you in a good mood, whatever, and you start to act like someone happy, you will then feel happy, and then you smile naturally, and then over time you don't need to pretend to be happy because now you're actually happy and you're just smiling normally, right? So that's another one. That's from that book, right? Credits to Dale Carnegie. I hope I'm saying that name right. But yeah, Dale Carnegie, my boy. I thought he was still living, but I hear he's dead, which is unfortunate. But good dude, really good dude. Right? Next point I would give is your tone of speech. Now this one, I don't know if these are in the book. I am just trying to say what I come up with right now. If these are in the book, that I just haven't reached those chapters yet, but I'm just saying my own advice. There was a time where I was in school and I was talking to this guy, right? And I did the body language, right? My body language open. I wasn't smiling, and my tone was strict, right? Like business tone. Like, it's like, yeah, so we're calling on behalf of this business XYZ. We want to make this deal with your company so that we make this much of money and whatever, some like random shit like this, talking business, like dull, mundane, lifeless tone. There was this meme I used to do back in school. I was like, "Watch your tone, bitch," and it was just like a little friendly joke I used to make with my lads. I swear to, if any of my friends see how I talk, I know they won't even recognize me. They would be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like, but yeah, that's another way to improve your communication, which I already tone of speech, right? The way that you say something, people perceive it differently. So if I were to talk to someone in a very mundane, business-like speech, they would be like, okay, he's not interested in me, he had a bad day, let me just leave him alone, or whatever else, right? They basically just don't want to talk with you. They want to end the conversation quick, end the story, that's it. When you talk slowly, calmly, friendly, right? Another thing is like talking friendly, like hello. That I got that from the book. Like hello, right? Talking to people friendly. They will also treat you back. It's kind of like the way that you treat people, they will treat you back. Yes, there's the exceptions. There's genuine assholes out there. But this is like majority of people, by the way. Not every single person is going to be like that. And they usually say that and they're like, oh yeah, but it's small. But this is like tiny chance that the other person will treat you like an asshole. They will still be an asshole and they will treat you like shit, even if you treat them good. Right? Kinda snowing hard. I was away during the blizzard, so I'm not really. I heard we got hit hard, -50. What was the name of the lake? Not the lake. Waterfall. Niagara Falls, yeah. I heard the Niagara Falls mostly froze over. Last time that happened was like 18 something. Can't remember. But yeah. Wild. Another community. No, I'm just on a roll. I'm not gonna force this out. You know, like other videos, they're on a script and they have to read this line for this amount of time and give these examples. Everything must be on point. I mean, yeah, I get that, but it doesn't really feel me right now. Who knows? I could change. I could easily change in the future, easily. But right now, we doing it whatever way this is. Right? It's the Vinny way, V's way, right? So, not sure what was the other advice I was gonna give. I was gonna give our next advice. Another one is practice reflecting on good moments and bad moments. So what I used to do, I actually forgot about this and I just remember this, right? What I used to do was anytime I had like an embarrassing moment, I look jacked. You know, I haven't even worked out in like a month or two. And I never used to do anything big. I never used to do anything big. I look jacked doing this tight ass clothes, but yeah. What I used to do, right? Yeah, I used to reflect on the bad moments and the good moments. So basically, anytime that I had an embarrassing moment with a boy or a girl, whatever, right? It's just like them cringy moments, those cringy ass moments. I reflect and I'm like, okay, what went wrong? Was it the way that was it my body language? Was it what I said? The tone of speech, my eye contact, my like the little things make a big difference, right? And as a result, I basically made sure that the next time I was in a situation similar to that, or in general, I made sure to watch out subconsciously in the back of my head and not actively thinking about it, because when you're actively thinking about it, you're not listening to what the person is saying. And that's also another communication advice, which is listening to what the other person is saying, because people love being heard, right? Just from the book, we're kind of like selfish. Well, selfish isn't really the word, but it's like everyone just want to hear about themselves. Not to necessarily a selfish degree where all I want to hear about is me. I don't give a fuck about you. Like, they want to hear about them. It makes them feel good, right? Really, really good, right? But that's just another thing, right? Which is listening to people, right? That's another advice. I'm just throwing out advice here and there. No script, just me talking. No script. You know, I'm gonna turn this. Watch. There's like no script here. Watch. There's no like paper here for me to read out. It's like nothing. There's like nothing. It's just me on a camera. Just me on the camera, just talking. Like, that's it. Alright, I want to show you, because I want to also preach what I say, right? Man of your word, right? I don't want to be giving advice. I don't want to be a hypocrite where you give advice. But just fix the camera. You give advice and you don't even take it for yourself. It doesn't make sense. Like, why would people listen to you, right? So if you look at me talking like that, bad man thing, right? But yeah, look back and reflect on all those whatever that possibly could have went wrong on those. No, the camera was looking good earlier. I wonder what. Look at it. There we go. Right, all the things that you did wrong, reflect on it, see what you could have done better, and then the good part is just basically compare. You compare it to the good ones and bad ones, and you want to know what's the difference. Was it because you were in a good mood? Was it because you felt good in the clothes that you wore? The way that you walk, talk, drink water, I don't know. Just like anything. Sometimes, again, the smallest little thing that you believe would not have an impact has an impact. You trust me, you will not believe. It's ridiculous. This video is 20 minutes long. I'm gonna end it here because I don't want to make the video too long. There's just so much advice I could give on communication. Seriously, there's so much advice. So much. It's ridiculous. I even have my own book. I'm not gonna sell a book, right? I'm not selling no book right now. The hell, I'm not selling. It's like a journal, right? And basically, I write on all my advice, my own advice, and my knowledge into that book, because obviously you're not gonna remember everything at once, right? Bear with me. And I have more communication stuff written down in the book. Some stuff that I'm saying is not even written in the book, and some of the stuff that I could say is also written in the book. It's right here. Here's my book. Big ass. Here's wrong side. Yeah, big ass book. How to get people to like you. Bulletproof mental health resistance. Cold approach secret. How to cold approach girls. Bro, I'm writing out shit. How to. Okay, well, this is a dark one, but I'm not gonna say that one. How to turn your life around. How everyone is socially anxious. I wrote it down like philosophy, practice, knowledge, and something. I'm not really thinking about it. You know what? Oh, you could end the video right now if you want, to be honest, and all this is just me ranting about anything. I don't want to give too much advice in one video, overwhelm you. Right, but basically I wrote this book in different categories, right? So I have philosophies, knowledge, reflections, and practices, and also questions, right? A lot of this stuff is very valid. How to give yourself a word, how to give yourself a word and it could. Oh yeah, I remember this one, bad man thing. Yeah, that's on the practice. How to turn your life around. They had a cool approach with girls. How to toughen up. Eye contact, right? Top one was a secret. Dangers of when you're successful, which I'm seeing. Why is it taking long? Attract any girl, right? Dog, I should make a video on girls, because there is so much shit that I've learned when you're talking to girls. Listen, when you start talking to girls, bro, again, I don't want to be a playboy. My idea is I have the skills of a playboy, but I'm not going to be a playboy because I don't really want to be any kind of break. My family wasn't like that. My dad is extremely loyal, right? And I kind of got that from my dad. But I want to also have the skills of a playboy, but I don't want to be a playboy. I'm going to learn how to attract, retain, and just live a fucking good life, you know? I don't really like to cheat. I don't know. Most of the time when I hear people cheat is out of something lacking. It's not really the sex. If it was the sex, well, originally I thought it was the sex, but it was just people. Well, I thought, if it was the sex, I was seeing it as like, I'm not desperate for sex. And I am never desperate for sex. I don't care. Right? I don't care. I'm not desperate for it. Right? Never happened. Even if I'm just not desperate for it. Right? Even if I had the money to pay for a hookup right now, I'm not doing it. I'm not desperate for it. Alright? Relax yourself. But yeah. But most of the time, it's really like, the relationship is too predictable. The relationship is boring. Again, predictable, boring. Doing the same thing. They kind of, right? You're not doing new things, right? Keeping the spice up there, keeping the spice alive, trying new things, going to a new restaurant, surprising your girl. Let's say she's on university at campus or whatever, and while all of the rest of the girls there who have boyfriends probably don't even do anything during the weekdays, you could probably go and take her out on a Thursday evening. Who the fuck else is doing that? You know what I mean? Like, just, yeah. Again, there's just so much advice I could give to people. This is like 25 minutes long, but I don't care. I am making sure that you get as much value as possible. I am going to change your life. I'm going to make sure that you have a good life, because again, it was hard for me growing up. Right? I wish I had somebody to teach me these things, but I'm gonna try and teach this to people. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing some, so I guess that works, right?